Mr. Macri on the big screen? What is this? Is this more sauce, more trading sauce? No, 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 my friend. I kind of realized that as my shit blows up, I don't want to just be a fucker that just makes you money. As cool as that is, believe me, I've prayed for a position like this for so long, and now I'm here, and it's fucking amazing. My videos are going great. I'm getting great fucking DMs. Like people every day tell me that my shit's helping them. They show me screenshots of them using Daily Bias, using my indicators, using all the shit I put out there. People learning for free who started with nothing. People making bread just by tuning into the streams. Like all that shit is amazing. But at the end of the day, money's just fucking money. One of my boys yesterday kind of reminded me of that shit. Um, and I just don't want my platform just to be, yeah, let me get my bread right. You know what I'm saying? I also want it to be a place where you can get your mind right too and relate with me. Because obviously, I'm not in a position where I have like a fucking 12-story mansion. That's just not the case. And I don't got a fucking car. I'm making bread. I'm making hella bread, but I'm in the season of building shit, bro. Even myself, I make a ton of money, and it's still just going to build what I will be in the future. I'm not spending shit. I live well below my fucking means. Y'all know that shit. I refuse to spend any money on this, even though it's like my fucking career at this point. I still buy cheap food. I'm not by any means like trying to live in a state of being super comfortable, and that's what this video is about. It's gonna be a short video. I just want to kind of tell you guys about how being comfortable almost ruined my life, and how being really uncomfortable and just facing that uncomfortableness allowed me to become who I am today, and make the shit I do and make the money I make, and just live the way I do. Obviously, I don't have everything I want, and I don't think anybody ever will, and I never will. You're just gonna want new shit. So the point of this video is just to kind of relate to you. If you think I've never been in your position, I guarantee you I have been. I've been in some pretty bad spots. So I had some screenshots I wanted to throw on screen. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm not gonna hold y'all, boys. I don't know if it's gonna work. Um, I wish it would. Um, Wait, I can move that shit around. Oh, wait, that's lit. Nah, never mind. Anyway, so it's a massive dick down of money. Okay, I lost $7,673.19. I wish I could show you this, but it's a screenshot of my account at the time, my live account on Robinhood. I had lost 88.52%. I had $1,000 left in the account, and I was like, damn, this sucks. By the way, this was 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, and I'm sitting in my room after the worst week of trading I've ever had in my entire life. And I was still unprofitable, but I had a live account. I was just fucking everything up, and I was down basically the entire account balance. And this was my money, boys. This was it. There was no checkings. There was like $200 in my checkings or some shit. There's no savings account. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't have a savings account until last year. Um, I had fucking nothing left. Okay, so I was down $7,673.19 with $1,000 more or less in my portfolio, and I needed to get that shit back. And I was like, damn. So I took 2 weeks off of trading, and I just got my shit together. I'm talking every single day I was on the charts. Now, mind you, I'd been on the charts for months and months and months and months trying to become profitable. I was just rushing the process and trying to make as much bread as possible, thinking that my $10,000 or whatever account or $8,000 account was gonna somehow pull me out of any hole. This was my life savings, boys. Like, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but I worked a job. I made $10 an hour, and then I made $14 an hour for a couple months, and then I did odd jobs, and I used to put up hurricane shutters. I lived in Florida, so I used to put up hurricane shutters for my neighbors, and I would do it for free. I basically say I'll do it for free, but if you want to give me something, you can. And I would do multiple jobs completely for free because people wanted that shit for free. And some people would give me extra money, but most people would just give me like 10, 15 bucks for like 3 hours of work. And I was okay with that because I needed fucking bread. So I did some pretty not awesome shit for money. There was some other stuff. I don't want to, like I said, I do want to relate, and I do want to help you guys understand where I come from. But there are some things I'm not ready to talk about on camera yet with my past. Maybe one day, if we get good response to a video like this, maybe I'll talk about some other stuff, other topics. But for now, right, in that state, I had basically no money. This is all the money I had lost, kind of just everything. I was like, dang, this sucks. But I was still in high school, so it didn't really matter. Like, I didn't have to save up for anything. I was trying to save up for a new car, but it is what it is. Couldn't really do that anymore. So I got my second job, work that while I was in high school. It didn't really do a whole lot for me. And I was just trying to learn and build. And I took these 2 weeks to just really just take it back. Like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I completely realized that I was just throwing money at nothing. Just bullshit setups, just trying to chase the fucking bag. Um, I don't know what I was doing. Like, even looking back at those trades now, it doesn't make any fucking sense at all. It literally makes no sense. And I was staring at this number. I'm like, wow, I really just like lost all this money because I got like nervous, and I just wanted to quickly try to catch a bag, and that's just not what that shit's about. Um, and so it really fucked me up mentally. I lived for that like 2-3 weeks, just in my own, in two minds about like what I wanted to do. Like, do I just quit trading? You know, what do I do? I can't ask my parents for help. I didn't like asking my mom for money. It's just it wasn't always, it wasn't really a thing I had done in the past. And she had a little bit of money towards the end of me being in high school, but it wasn't anything I could be like, yo, can I have $8,000? It'd be like, can I have $20? You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be a problem. She saved me in some spots. One time she gave me like $100 because I needed to go out with friends, and my work wasn't gonna pay. So, she'd given me money. She very well taken care of, by the way. Great mother. Love my mother. Um, Obviously no contribution from the other side. But yeah, so mom took care of me, but and I was fortunate enough she was able to make food, and we had a house, and we had electricity and all that stuff. Like, we had all the normal things that I hope that most people would consider normal. But we had all those typical things. But I was just down hella bread. I'm like, wow, this is really really shitty. And I was gonna be moving to college in like a year, so I was like, yikes, that's bad. That's really 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 bad. Like, I don't have any bread for college. This is supposed to be my spending money. I was gonna hopefully buy a car out here. I was like, dang, son, like that's terrible. That's actually bad. And so I just actually took a small like three month break from trading live. I just completely turned it all off. I had $1,000 in the account, and I just back tested and 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 back tested, and I made a ton of progress with my strategy, and I was just really really getting more confident, building that up. What I should have done from the beginning. And this is what I preach all the time: just never trade with live money until you are statistically profitable. And I'm just staring at that number like, how did I rinse a bag on that? Like, genuinely, how did I rinse a bag on that? It's such a stupid move. What was I thinking? Um, and so I think it was sometime in middle of my senior year, I think. Yeah, middle of my senior year, about 2.5 years ago. Oh wow, that's crazy. Maybe a little less than that. I don't really know. Sometime in the middle of my senior year of high school, I decided to get back on the account, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna trade 1 to 2 contracts a day. I built this whole plan up, and I had all these great ideas. I put a lot of time into this, right? I was confident in my trading. I don't think I knew at the time if I was statistically profitable, which I still should have done, but I'm pretty confident I was very much there. Like, I just needed to be a little bit more consistent, make sure my losses were a little bit smaller, and I think I would have been probably profitable month by month. But I was kind of profiting week by week at that point. And I remember just being like, okay, you know what? We're going to just 1-2 contracts just to feel it out. I did that for about 2 weeks, and I remember I was like, okay, $20 day, $30 day, $20 day, $30 day. This is cool. I like this. At the end of the week, I was like, $200. All right, that's pretty good. That's progress. Obviously, I had this weight of that big number attached. And I really just put my head down while I was building this live account back up, slowly, brick by brick. I was also back testing and just planning everything out, planning the takeover. Like, the shit you see right now is fucking like mentally like engineered from years ago, right? The person who I am today, the shit I make, all that stuff. It's engineered from what I went through a long time ago, and I was just like constantly dreaming about what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be. This exact position right now, even though I'm not fucking rich. I got a $400 watch. I got a $20 fucking bracelet. Like, son, okay, I ain't got like hella bread. I don't got hella bread. I put it all to college. All of it goes to college, just paying off my shit so that I can be debt free and I'm chilling, right? You gotta think ahead of that shit, right? Just because the money's coming in don't mean you gotta spend that shit. All right. Soon though, I probably gonna buy a car soon. I'm not gonna lie. I sell this shit. I'm probably gonna buy a car. Like, it's very very soon. And so anyways, I'm building this account up like $20 days, $30 days, and I knew I couldn't live off of what I was making, so I still had to work that job, which you guys have to do Just because you're profitable does not mean you can not get a 9 to 5. You need to get a fucking 9 to 5 if you have no bread to trade with, so you can afford funded accounts or to build your live account up. I wouldn't even recommend trading on a live account unless you have like 5 to 10K on it and you are profitable, of course. So besides the point, I was building it back up. I think I got it like somewhere like 2 or 3 bands. I was like, okay. I had 1 month. We're getting closer towards the end of my senior year. 1 or 2 months before summer would start, and I had like the craziest trading month ever. I made like 3 bands, so I was back up to like 5K or something. It was really nice, or 6K, somewhere around there. And then I remember in 2 days, I had the best trading day of my entire life. Okay, I was being way more consistent. Things were starting to look up for the first time, and I pulled the account all the way back to break even. It was like literally like within a dollar range of being at break even. I had made all the money back. It took me like 4 months, 5 months, I don't even remember, from like January of that year of 2023 to I think right around like whenever my senior year ended. Maybe it was like May, I think, or maybe it was like December to May. I don't know, somewhere in between there, 5, 6 months, maybe a little bit less than that. And I made it all back. I was back to break even, and it was very slow, very arduous. And I had all the money back, plus all the money I made from my 9 to 5, and plus all the money I made from all the odd jobs I did. So I was definitely up P&L wise, and I had all the money back. And the second I had that money back, off switch. Everything I had built, all that shit I built, done. I took the entire summer off. I didn't trade. I didn't do shit. I didn't work. Actually, no, wait. I did work. I still stayed at the 9 to 5 because it was consistent and reliable and safe. And now that I had this money back, I transferred it all out of my live account and put it back in my bank account. And I said, that's it. I didn't make it like a mental note like trading is done. It was just like I was comfortable. I had this purpose before, which was I need to get back to where I was. I need to figure out what I was doing wrong. I built this whole plan to get to where I was. Then the goal was met, and all of a sudden, off switch. And I didn't even realize that the off switch even fucking turned on to begin with, boys. Literally, no idea. And this is a problem I think a lot of people have, is that they don't even know that that off switch just turned off. They don't even know. They don't even know when that switch is on or off. They have no perception of that. The most successful people are the ones that are able to tell whether or not their off switch is on, or if that switch is on or off, right? Being able to feel that and know it and not let it just happen to you. And I, at the time, I had no idea. And I stayed with my 9 to 5. I was still making bread on the side. I was doing the hurricane season stuff around August, so I was still making money from that. Had like I said, 9 to 5, but I kind of just stopped trading. It was like, all right, I'm comfortable, I'm profitable, I have the strategy, I'm comfortable. And although I had lost like all that money, that was not the rock bottom. The rock bottom was when I came to high school, or no, when I came to college, and no job in college because I had made enough during the summer. I had enough money to live off of for the rest of the year, next 2 years basically. I was chilling. I was super, super, super comfortable, and that actually ruined my life. I partied like every weekend. Just did some pretty not great things to my body. Kind of disrespected a lot of girls. Things that I would look down upon today. I'm obviously not perfect even today by any stretch of the imagination, boys. By any stretch of the imagination. But back then it was really, really bad. Just like weekends were just rinsed down the drain, just doing dumb stuff and just random girls and just no value or anything. Now I was trading occasionally. I'd wake up like 6:30 once a month and make like 200, $300 and then just spend it all the next day plus more. This watch actually I bought because I made exactly $400 in a day. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I was in the mall. This is nice. I was like, fuck it. I wear it because it's kind of, a reminder of like comfort, right? I bought this thinking I was, I bought it when I was comfortable. So every time I look at it, it's a reminder that, hey, dude, you were comfortable. And sure, you got to satisfy that comfort and you got to, buy this watch that you wanted, but this is not the watch I want. Okay, it's not the watch I want. And sure, like material things don't fucking matter, and you can make that argument for as long as you want. But I bought it because I was comfortable, right? And I needed a reminder of where I came from. So this is a reminder to me today of where I came from, being super comfortable and letting almost my life slip away, like all my decisions and all my progress, just let it slip away. This is what I'm trying to run away from. Okay, this is not a watch of success. This is a watch of I don't ever want to be the person that bought this watch. Okay, this watch it's a good watch. I like it, and I'm gonna pass it on to my kids. It's not an expensive watch, but it has a lot of meaning to me because I bought it and I didn't feel anything. It was pointless. Like, it was just like, I'm comfortable. Let me just spend money, right? Even though I wasn't really achieving or doing anything. And it got to a point. I don't remember the exact day. It was sometime in December of right before 2024, and I'm like, damn, no way. I just got out of a breakup in October or something like that, and I just threw my life away. I was just doing dumb stuff on the weekends, different girls, parties, which parties are fine, boys. Like, if your shit's together and you're actually pursuing your shit, partying is fine. But just really just throwing my life down the shithole. Um, I got really, really, really sick for about a week. I've never had bad sickness before. This was really bad. I was bedridden for a week. And in this time, um, I got so sick I found Christ, boys. I was so fucking sick. I picked up the Bible and I turned to the Bible, I turned to Jesus, and I gave him my life. Obviously, still working on that to this day. Again, nowhere near perfect. I never will be, and never plan to be. But that's how bad the sickness was. Okay. And I was talking to different girls, and I just cut them all off. All that stuff. I quit doing certain things. It was just a really, really bad sickness, and I just had to face the reality of I'm in this bed for a week, and I was just running away from all my thoughts for months of comfort. And finally, I just was like, whoa. I just spent the last 6 months doing jack shit, fuck all. Like nothing. Like literally nothing. I'm not any richer. I'm not any smarter. I'm not any wiser. I was more jacked, but I didn't have any relationships with like meaningful relationships with girls. I had a couple of friends, no real meaningful relationships with them. Nothing really intense, no desires, no goals, no nothing. And it all just clicked that week. It hit an absolute rock bottom. This is bad. Even though I had more money than I ever had, I was at absolute rock bottom, mentally just completely exhausted and fatigued. And I was like, wow, this is bad. Within the week, I decided, you know what, I got to pick trading back up again. And this is like December 20, or maybe before that, somewhere November, December 2024. And I said, all right, we're going to get my shit back together. And I spent like 2 months just getting back into the whole trading thing. I never fully left trading. I was always trading, just not really the money. It was just like up, but just super slow and nothing crazy. I would hop on and only take like one trade a week or like one trade every 2 weeks and just make some bread, and just it was just like for some spending money. Nothing like this is what I need to make my career. I didn't think of it like that at the time, and this is over a year and a half ago. It's crazy to even think that because now it is. And who knows where it'll be at a year and a half from now. I might not even be in this fucking room. Who knows? Um, uh, and I just remember just feeling like, wow, okay, I had to confront the fact that I had just wasted all this time. I got back into trading. I took the gym really seriously. I took school a little bit more seriously. I started pursuing actual relationships. I started going to church. I stopped partying. All that stuff that comes with college. I was kind of starting to cut that out, which is cool. I didn't go crazy in college, but it definitely wasn't who I was. It definitely really wasn't who I wanted to be. And so that kind of sucked. But it wasn't like I was like some absolute disgusting, diabolical like frat guy. I'm not in a frat or anything, but I was definitely like not awesome, not an awesome person. Um, so push came to shove, got back into trading full time, started waking up hella early. I'm in California, so I gotta wake up hella early for that shit, which still sucks to this day, but it is what it is. At least I'm done with work early. And I got back into it. I was really starting to get my life together. I got a girlfriend at the time, who I'm no longer with, but she was really good for me at the time too. That was great. Everything, all the pieces were starting to come together. And although I was comfortable, I decided to start risking. Right? I was like, you know what? I can't live my life fear of losing all this money again. I just can't. Okay, I'm better than this. I'm statistically profitable. I had taken thousands of backtested trades, thousands of demo trades. Like I'm good. I'm confident in this shit. And I built that confidence up over months and months and months and months of hard work. And I was really just getting my shit together. And that felt really good for the first time again. And I was having $1,000 weeks, $3,000 weeks, and everything was great. Now that's not to say I didn't lose more money after this, but I was definitely super consistent. This was over a year and a half ago where I kind of switched profitable, which was great. When I became fully profitable, month by month, was right around 2024, the beginning of 2024. I had become fully sustainably profitable. I was well over my break even, and I was able to make money basically day in, day out, obviously taking losing days, but usually every week was a winner, every month was a winner by far, and the year was a great win overall. Most money I've ever made in my life, and it was great. It was a good feeling. Things were good. And this just goes to show that sometimes we find ourselves in a state of being really, really comfortable, and there's no change in comfort. There's just not. And if you never recognize that you're comfortable, you're never going to make a change to not be comfortable. It's just the reality of it. And I lived that perfectly. I remember feeling super comfortable, not even thinking about my problems because I was comfortable financially. At the end of the day, you got to be really uncomfortable if you want to see that change. And for me, it was, it was, you know, there's only uncomfort in comfort, if that makes any sense, right? I was super uncomfortable in the comfort, and I had no idea. I had no clue. Um, so whatever you have in your life that's keeping you like shriveled up and not trying to obviously don't take degenerative risks, but whatever's keeping you away from taking risks that could possibly change your life and have positive alpha in your life, you need you need to reduce those things in your life. You need to cut those things off, cut them out, right? Cold turkey that shit. You can't just like half in, half out. That's just not how it fucking works. You have to commit to that shit. Um, Now, obviously, I've had lows after this, and that'll never go away, right? There's a season for everything in life, and I had even more recently, 5 6 months ago. No, wait, that's fucking cap. 3 months ago, I went through a bad breakup. That sucked, right? Um, but it was the first time I went through some shit. I was like, wait a minute, I'm fucking good, boys. Like I know who the fuck I am. I'm good. I didn't let the situation make me complacent or comfortable again. It actually only made me stronger, and I'm seeing the most success I've ever had in my life. Week over week, right? It's really great. Like I said, those dips are never gonna end. But if you let that dip become a flat line, then you've really just you're still going down, right? Even though you might just be going forward, you're still going down. If you're not going up, you're going down, right? So try to recognize if things are too comfortable, right? You don't want to live. You don't. We always say, "Oh, I don't want to be a 9 to 5er. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I don't want to have a simple life." Well, then like do that now. You can live. You can live a complicated, super difficult life right now, and then that comfortable life that you want will end up, becoming your reality. But it's not even something you should want. You shouldn't want to be comfortable. It's fine to want things, but you shouldn't want to be comfortable, right? You should strive to be uncomfortable. So, anyways, that's kind of it. I just kind of wanted to hop in here and talk about how that state of me just being super unmotivated by having reached a small goal just to feel comfortable really limited me from a lot of success. And once I was able to recognize that and cut that out, that's when I saw even more success, right? So super simple concept, but hopefully resonates with you. Let me know if you have any questions or you want to talk about your particular situations. Just keep your heads up, boys. Right? Keep your heads up. Keep your priorities straight, and just try to recognize when things are good and also when things are bad. Right? You have to understand when both things are happening. But if things don't feel good or bad, you also got to recognize that shit too. Always be aware of what's going on when it's going on. That's all I got for you for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will see y'all Monday for fucking trades, bitch.